Good day, brothers and sisters. I have some really exciting news to share with you. Our SIU 2020 system, our virtual hiring hall, is going to be coming online in the next few weeks. So today we have some updates for you and some information on how to get yourself prepared for when we launch the virtual hiring hall. So what to expect, what's changing, and why? So the SIU 2020's newest updates are going to be coming around mid-March, and then we'll see the virtual hiring hall finally become fully functional. So members, you'll be able to fully participate in online job calls at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll be able to view jobs and throw in for jobs in the hall where you're registered. You'll also be able to report back in after you've disembarked from the vessel. So everything that you used to do in the hiring halls, you'll now be able to do online with SIU 2020. This means the SIU will also be going back to regular shipping under the national shipping rules. So this requires more active participation from you regarding the standard job call operations. So while shipping had been conducted by phone since the pandemic, we will be shifting back to regular job calls at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., in which members will now need to actively participate in the process. So if you're looking for a job, you're going to have to log in and participate in the hiring hall the same way you would have when the halls were open and we were doing the 10 and 3 job calls. SIU 2020 also makes the process more convenient for members. So gone are the days of having to travel to your nearest union hall, pay for accommodations, and be present in the hall during the 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. job calls. All of this can now be done on your phone, laptop, or tablet from the comfort of your home, on the road, or anywhere else. So for those of you that were living in Toronto or Montreal and having to drive down to QEW or drive down Highway 40 or 20 and sit in traffic for hours on end, no more. You'll be able to ship out from the comfort of your own home or anywhere else you find yourself. And for those of you that live far away from one of the hiring halls, you'll no longer need to spend your own money booking hotels or motels to be able to come to the hiring hall in person to be able to ship out. So whether you're at the cottage, whether you're on vacation, whether you're at your kids' sporting events, wherever you find yourself, you'll be able to log in and see the job calls as they come up and ship out from the comfort of wherever you are. So we do understand as part of this process, there's a big change, and some people might be slightly nervous or a little bit apprehensive about what's to come. We've thought of this and we've done everything we can to prepare resources and have staff available to be able to help you should you encounter any issues at all. So if you visit the SIU website, it's www.seafarers.ca. There's going to be a dedicated page to assist and provide tutorials and guidance on how to use SIU 2020. We understand that there is an expectation that this will run the same way as the hiring hall, and that's the way it's been designed. If you were comfortable with the hiring hall prior to the pandemic, you'll be very comfortable with this system. For anyone that joined since 2020, engaging with this process will be slightly different from what you were used to. So instead of receiving a phone call from the dispatcher at the hall where you're registered, you will now log into SIU 2020 and you'll be able to view and actively bid on jobs that you're registered and qualified for. So if you run into any issues, we would ask that you contact Richard Lynch, who's the dispatcher at the Montreal Hall. He can be reached by email or by phone. The phone number is 514-931-7859. And his email address is rlynch@seafarers.ca. So as we've said, the system should look very similar for those of you that are already comfortable with the hiring hall. So what's not changing? The shipping rules themselves are not new. The system is designed to comply and to adhere completely to the shipping rules, which provides clear and transparent fairness when members throw in for jobs. Everyone sees the same job calls at the same time in the hall where they are registered with the same rules applied. The virtual system does not change seniority or eligibility. The registration with the lowest serial number is still the highest card on the board, and the system will automatically rank the cards thrown in for jobs in the correct order. It will also prioritize full book members over probationary members. The system is still monitored and controlled by the Union Hall dispatcher. No system can function without human oversight, and that will be the case even with the new digital system. The dispatcher will review all jobs and can override the process in the unlikely event the system generates an error. We've done a lot of work to ensure that this transition is as seamless as possible and that it's as easy as possible for both our SIU staff and for you as members. Once the full slate of member options launch on SIU 2020 in March, there will be a bit of an adjustment period. Members may encounter some minor issues. But once we get the system fully in action with all of the members participating, we'll ask for your feedback so that you can provide us any additional guidance or information or let us know if any issues arise. Feedback is encouraged, and we will be issuing a survey post-launch to get your thoughts on how to improve the system further. So you might ask, why are we doing this? Well, SIU 2020 is an investment in the future of this union. The system is built for growth, for future improvements, and the ability to evolve with the members' changing needs. SIU 2020 exists to serve the members, and it will help us in our recruitment efforts to attract the next generation of seafarers to help keep this industry thriving. It will also allow us to better attract members from parts of the country without a union hall. So what steps can you take now? The most important first step for you to take is to ensure that you have set up your SIU 2020 profile and updated your profile to include digital copies of any certificates or licenses that you hold and any personal information that we require to be able to ship you out. This may include passports, permanent resident cards, any travel visa that's necessary for where you may ship out, and any other information that's been requested. Having an up-to-date profile ensures that when we go live and you throw in for a job, the dispatcher isn't missing any information that the companies will need to see. We don't want to run into instances where people are being denied jobs because the companies aren't receiving the information that they need. And as you know, it's important that this is done in a timely manner. If you were to log on today, you won't see the hiring hall features yet. These are the features that will be launched in the very near future. The first step is to ensure that your profile is up to date and you've uploaded all of your certificates. So there you have it. In the next few weeks, we're excited to launch the SIU 2020 virtual hiring hall platform. In the meantime, please ensure that you're updating your profile, get familiar with the system, and reach out if you have any questions or any concerns. Once we have a firm date in place, we'll be sharing that information by email on our social media pages and within the union halls. If you have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to reach out. This system is designed for your benefit. We're going to make this transition as easy as possible, but make no mistake, this is going to mark one of the biggest transitions in operations for the union in many decades. This is exciting. This is the way that we'll be shipping out in the near future. So please participate in the process, and we look forward to hearing from you.